start looking really nice in there. Yeah.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
Why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? As I would explain to my dad, second sucks, and third's even worse. It's just a feeling.
But on tour, that's not too bad sometimes, though.
That's not too bad, but I want to win.
You'll learn. I'm just kidding you. I'm sorry I had to say that. You'll learn. You know, I have learned something. I think you're better than I thought you'd be.
Thanks.
Are you better than you thought you'd be?
This early, yes.
In a world full of talented people, why is it that only a few truly breaks through? Is it because they're more gifted, more disciplined, or is there something else, something invisible? Something they never taught us in school, yet it changed everything. Since I work in the creative fields, I've been listening to their work and their interviews. And after going through so many of them, I started to notice a pattern. And this pattern shows up in a lot of successful individuals, whether in art, business, or technology. And this pattern isn't something ordinary. It's not just hard work or discipline, but a quality that's rarely found in most people. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 common qualities that all those successful people have. Number 1, delusional. Since we were a kid, we've been slapped by reality through others, telling us we can't do this, that we'll mess up, that it's a bad idea, and we'll struggle. Sounds like too much pessimism, making us afraid to dream or even have a hope, and framing dreams as something delusional. But this isn't just any kind of delusion. It's not blind optimism, it's form of belief. Belief that kicks in when there's no realistic proof yet. A kind of mental strategy to survive in the middle of uncertainty. Because in the beginning, almost everything will feel uncertain. There's no metric to tell you you're on the right path, no external validation, and in that phase, delusional self-beliefs becomes the only fuels that keeps you going. Because as long as you keep going, eventually your skills develop, momentum start to build, and one day, whether it's from hard work, opportunity, or pure luck, everything starts to click. But you'll never reach that point if you're not delusional enough to believe first. So yeah, believe in yourself because that's how the unbelievable becomes believable.
Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the well-worn path, and that will make all the difference.
The second one, they love and appreciate what they do. As creative or someone who makes or creates something, we often worry too much about how our work will be received. Will people love it? Will they even care? And that kind of thinking pull us away from ourselves. Sometimes what we really need is to look inward, to pause for a second and just appreciate what we've created. Not just because we love the result, because a lot of time we enjoy making something. We're in love with the act of creating. But in the moment the project is finished, we let go too easily. We don't celebrate it, we don't promote it properly, and when it flops, we just move on. That's where the real difference shows up. Great artist or inventor, they appreciate what they make. They don't stop when things flop. In fact, they double down, they push it harder, and even if the final project isn't perfect, a lot of time they still release it or improve it again and again because they know it was born from effort, from late night works, from care. So yeah, appreciate what you do because if you don't value your own work, why should anyone else?
You went through something, you wrote words down, you figured it out in the structural format. It's a whole thing. And you mean to tell me that you're gonna be passive with your own and just put it on your story once? And I'm like, no, let motherfuckers know. Tell people, because I put time and love and too much energy into this finished project just to put it on Instagram and forget about it. Like, no, promote your, let people know, be proud of that you made. So when you said that you proudly stand by it, I was like, oh, it's a whole bunch of them who don't have that. So I think that that's beautiful, for real, because you have to be a fan of your own stuff.
Number 3, contrarian. Most people live their life by default. They do what feels safe, not because they deeply believe in it, but because that's what everyone else is doing. But what if the majority isn't always right? What if the biggest opportunity comes from thinking against the crowd? Contrarian idea means you see values where others don't. You see potential in what everyone else calls a bad idea. Take Steve Jobs, for example. Back in the 70s and 80s, computers were giant, complex machine meant only for corporation and researchers. The idea of putting a computer in every home, people laugh at it. Even experts thought it was impossible or pointless. But Jobs had different vision. That belief, though mocked at first, became Apple. Or look at Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. In 1994, he quit a high-paying job in finance to sell books on the internet. Sounds like a joke, right? Back then, people didn't trust online payment. E-commerce was barely a concept, but Bezos wasn't thinking about 1994. He was thinking 10, 20 years ahead. He saw that the internet was going to change the world and built Amazon brick by brick, while the world was still laughing. Now, it's one of the biggest companies in history. But what all of them had in common was this. They were not just going against the crowd. They studied, they test, and believed in their idea before the world ever did. That's the power of contrarian, grounded in truth. The truth is, most people terrified of being wrong. They want approval, validation, and safety. So they stay with the herd. They want guarantees, not uncertainty. But if you're playing for extraordinary, you don't get there by being ordinary. You get there by seeing what other ignores and acting it before anyone else does. A good contrarian doesn't just think differently. They earn their confidence through deep research, repetition, and failure. It starts with consistency, then thick skin, then the courage to believe in something so strongly. You're willing to be laughed at for years, but the benefit of being contrarian, even if you're wrong, you'll probably just learn. And if you're right, you will be so right, it changed your life forever.
The contrarians are usually wrong. Contrarians can get big wins because when a contrarian is right, that's usually a gigantic win.
I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top.
Anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do. The world is your oyster. That's all I tell people.
Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use.
You know, if you carry yourself like just with those leader qualities, like I don't need to listen to anyone. I'm gonna do this. I believe it. Some people be like, oh, Hawks. And that's how a lot of the greats are, I guess. Which I just noticed similar qualities. They're themselves no matter what. And some people need that.
So if you're in the process of pursuing something, remember this. It's not just talent or luck that sets people apart. It's the courage to believe when no one else does. It's the discipline to love your work before the world claps for it. And it's the boldness to walk a path so different. And people will think you're insane for trying. But that's exactly how change happens. So be delusional, appreciate what you do, and be a contrarian. Because the world doesn't need more of the same. It's need more people to create the unseen. And maybe that person is you. And I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. See you in the next video. Subscribe.
Since when has it become not cool to try? Fucking loser. Matter of fact, suck another dick.